Boston was on a strong run during their West Coast road trip, entering this matchup undefeated. But the Nuggets had other plans. Early on, Jaylen Brown tried to lead the Celtics offense. Brown finished with 23 points, showing flashes of why he's been playing at an MVP level this season. But Denver's defense made him work for every bucket. In particular, Bruce Brown did a great job staying physical and limiting his efficiency. Then came the usual dominance from Nikola Jokić. Jokic once again showed why he's one of the hardest players in basketball to guard. Whether scoring inside or stretching the floor, he controlled the tempo all night. Even when he lost the ball on one play, he recovered it and still finished the possession, a perfect example of his relentless impact. But what really stood out for Denver was their bench production. Tim Hardaway Jr. came off the bench and delivered 14 points, including a powerful dunk that energized the crowd. Late in the third quarter, the Nuggets completely flipped the momentum. Denver closed the quarter on an 11-0 run, turning a tight game into an 8-point lead. And from there, they never looked back. By the middle of the fourth quarter, Denver's lead had grown to 17 points. Jokic eventually sealed the night with a putback off his own rebound. What makes the win even more impressive? The Nuggets did it while Jamal Murray was barely on the floor. Murray was dealing with illness and played just 8 minutes. Yet Denver still cruised to a big victory. But the real discussion after the game was about something bigger, the famous 40-20 rule, introduced by legendary coach Phil Jackson. The rule suggests that true championship teams usually reach 40 wins before suffering 20 losses. And historically, it's incredibly accurate. Since 1980, nearly 90% of NBA champions have followed this pattern. But after this loss, the Celtics dropped to their 20th defeat with only 38 wins, officially falling out of that elite group. Now only a few teams remain that meet the rule, including the Oklahoma City Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs, and teams like the Nuggets competing at the top of the Western Conference. Which raises the big question: is this year's champion coming from the West? Meanwhile, Boston is still waiting for the return of their superstar, Jayson Tatum. According to Shams Charania, Tatum has started participating in full 5-on-5 practices after suffering an Achilles injury back in May. But returning late in the season isn't easy. History shows that even great players need time to regain rhythm after injuries like that. So Boston faces a tough decision. Do they bring Tatum back and risk disrupting the team's chemistry? Or do they protect their superstar and focus on the long-term future? Either way, one thing is clear. With teams like Denver, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio surging in the West, the road to the NBA championship is going to be tougher than ever. And the battle is just getting started.